Don't look under the internet.
I hope you're having a day.
We are recording now, just so you know.
Hey, we did it.
We done did it.
Doug.
Yes.
How come they call it the oven?
When you oven the cold food and of
Out the
hot
eat food. Welcome everybody to Don't Look Under the Internet, your grandpa's favorite podcast about nautical ships, and also that one time he murdered someone and got away with it, but they talked about it on the news, and we're covering it. That's Doug.
Hi.
I'm famous pugilist artist formerly known as Prince.
Oh.
That's more of a Michael Jackson thing, but I tried to improv. It didn't work. Let's go past it. That's Jason. He's been silent these last couple of recordings. I don't know. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'll just enjoy you guys talking.
Thanks, Jason. That's really nice of you.
Michael, you look extra handsome today.
Oh, man, you're so nice. Oh, my God.
Oh, buckaroony.
Diluti. Housekeeping.
Pod. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Anyway, as you all know at this point, it's been just me and Doug for a couple weeks. It's going to be me and Doug for just maybe another week, potentially. Jason should be back on our next recording.
Yeah.
There's a chance he might not be, and that's okay. But
We're going to beat his ass if he isn't.
we're going to mug him. I know where he lives, so he can't escape me. But yeah, it's been me and Doug. We moved everything from Jason's den into my creepy dungeon basement. So the audio still might not be perfect yet because we just kind of threw everything together to get this recording out. But so far, it's sounding pretty fucking good. I mean,
we went from
there like this, and you can really hear me enunciate every word that comes off of my palate of my tongue.
I hate everything about that. Yeah, we went from recording through a headset's microphone and over Discord to
We got our
both
equipment.
being in the same room and using a Razer headset's microphone to now having all the equipment that we used to have. And it sounds good. And it feels
sounds
good.
so much better. It's like putting on an old suit that you never have the occasion to wear. It just feels right.
You're like, yeah, it's all coming together.
Yes, and we are planning on doing something pretty dang wonderful for Jason's return. So
we're gonna fight him.
yeah, we're gonna fight him live on the show, and you all get to hear. No, we have a pretty good episode planned for you guys that I hope you like. It's gonna be more of a deep divey one because we know you deserved it after these couple weeks of just me and Doug talking about what's in this weird box.
Have you heard about this? Have you seen about this box?
It's a crazy box. But we have another interesting story from the dredges of Reddit today.
Yeah, and it's,
Wait. Diluti, housekeeping again.
Yeah,
Double clap again.
You got me going in the wrong direction.
Patrons.
Patron.
We got two more of you guys. We caught you like a butterfly in a net. You thought you could escape, but ooh, did I hone in on you. Asher and Joshua. You know what? I'm going to say your full names because it's your patron name, and I already established I say the full patron name.
Your God-given patron name.
Asher Schultz and Joshua Diaz, thank you very much for giving. You both are $10 ones too, which is super swell of you. I would just like to, again, say thank you to you beautiful, beautiful people. Is that my cat? It is my cat.
Hey, what's up,
Otto
cat?
has come to say hi to you guys for being such good patrons. Otto is my tabby. He's a daddy's boy. But again, I mean, thank you so much for giving, especially in this time. It just shows that you guys really care about what we're doing, and we're eternally grateful for no one even leaving the Patreon in these last couple weeks. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you very much to you guys, all of you, but Asher and Joshua especially this week, because the fact that we're still gaining patrons, even though we kind of went through a little bit of a tumble, that's incredible. And thank you so much. You guys you have no idea what it means to us.
We shit the bed and you guys stuck around And,
you stayed in the bed.
You stayed in the bed with us while we were shooting it, and that's a good feeling.
They
Let me tell you.
stayed in the room with us, and that room might be a total freak show, shit show, but you stayed in there with us, much like other rooms.
Yeah, that is kind of like a room that I once did hear about, Mike.
Yes,
What room? Do you know what room I'm talking about?
I believe it's something with numbers.
Well, let's cheers to that real quick.
If I can reach you, I can't. Otto, pass this.
Clink.
Clink. Wait, I got this. Ready? Thank you. There it is.
Cheers to your cat, and hopefully him not stepping on any of the things.
He might.
That's fair.
You can cut this if you want, Doug. I can put him upstairs if you want.
I think it's kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie, but
Okay.
it's up to you.
If he gets too bad, I'll put him up. But he seems to just be curious.
You'll put him down.
Yeah, this is the first time. Yeah, no. This is the first time we're recording with in my basement, so he's a little curious on what we're doing down here.
Yeah, we've moved
He's like,
away
"Why aren't
from
you hanging out with Mama?"
we've moved away from having a dog who liked to bark every once in a while to now having a cat who
That's
is
gonna meow constantly.
a very, very vocal boy.
Yeah, he'll
And
settle,
rubbing up against his microphone.
he'll settle down. He's just wanting attention. Anyway, but yeah, a really weird room. What is it called, Doug?
That's a great question, and I have the answer for you. Exactly. Thank you for the assist on that one, Otto. So this is the story of room 332. Or wow, nope,
You were almost there.
322.
There it is. Room 322.
10 off. What a. It's been a long day. But yeah, so it's 322, and if you haven't heard about this room, it came to the attention of Reddit, and this was about 9 years ago, I want to say now.
Yeah, something like that. This is an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, it's definitely a shorter story. It's nothing super involved, super crazy, but it is just kind of a fun thing.
I have been wanting to use this time with Jason off to explore like the small weird things I found on the internet. Like half of them, we have a list for those of you out of the zeitgeist here. We have a list in a Google Doc of just all the topics that we want to go over.
So much.
A
There's
good,
so much in it.
I would say half of mine do not warrant a full episode because they're just small little weird things like the box of crazy or missing 401. Somehow we managed to make a full episode out of that, but I feel like with 3 people, it'd be done in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But this is another one that I really liked. I found this on Reddit. I found it almost immediately when it was going on.
Yeah, I think I'd stumbled upon this actually a couple of years back before I was even really into ARGs and stuff. I just remember reading about it because it was like fucking weird. But anyways, let's get into it. So what is the story about room 322 that makes it worthy of us to talk about on this podcast? Basically, a user by the name of Joe Likes Music 9 posted on Reddit.
Sounds like a MySpace username or something.
Right? Joe Likes Music. Okay.
Me too, Joe.
Good for
Me too.
you.
Actually, I'm more of a podcast guy there, Joe.
All right, so that being said, he's basically asking Reddit to kind of hear him out on this little story. So the post is actually pretty short, so I'm just going to read it verbatim.
Sure.
So the post title is Zaza Insider's Question. What's up with room 322? Stay here frequently when on business. Hotel was booked solid, and my colleague managed to score a room unplanned. We all had a normal Zaza-style rooms, and he ended up in a goth dungeon closet.
Yeah, so doesn't Zaza basically mean like bougie?
I guess. I don't actually know. I think that's...
Zaza it's like a company, it's like the hotel chain,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think like the term Zaza to them is like everything is like bougie and like made up for you.
Yeah, he actually uses in parentheses swank.
Yeah.
I just didn't read that, so...
Oh.
But yeah, no, pretty much just like a bougie ass hotel, I guess. So
They got a Motel 8 vibe going on. Ooh.
I mean, the room that guy's in is kind of Hotel 8-ish,
Very-
or Motel 8, or fucking, you know. Anyways, so he goes, seriously, the room had a chain holding the bed to a wall, pictures of skulls, and a creepy, incongruous portrait of an old man. Room was about a third of the normal size, with the furniture blocking part of the TV, bed, and window. We asked about it at the front desk, and the clerk looked up and said, "That room isn't supposed to be rented," and immediately moved him out of it. Anyone know what's up with this room? Adding a link to Imgur here. And basically, he just has a handful of images inside the room. There's a picture of what looks like lumpy
People.
people, these two girls that are just like, I don't even know how to describe it, but they're just like terrible. They're horrifying.
Yeah, they're just weird, like Siamese lumpy women.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then there's like a clock with a skull on it, and then a giant portrait of a skull. And then there's like a weird picture of just a random dude that looks like a fucking like 9th grader drew it in their fucking art class or something.
It just looks like a picture of like a teacher, like the woodshop teacher at a high school. That picture you find in like the yearbook or something.
They were like, here's one of the good ones.
Yeah, here's Professor Greg. He hasn't touched any children.
And like they said, the bed is definitely hung to the wall with chains. And then there's a picture of a businessman, just a random.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry, the
yeah.
businessman. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you'll. I think you're gonna go over that anyways.
Yes.
So I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. But yeah, it's just weird. It's like a concrete floor, like an unfinished basement, like basically what we're in right now. There's no carpet, no nothing. Like you can tell they just like ripped up the floor and they were like, this is good.
This will do.
And then the walls are brick, except like some of them are bare.
So all of them are bare, I think, except one, and it's fake brick.
Yeah, it's definitely like a backdrop.
Yeah, and it's got a weird giant mirror on it as well.
Yep.
And it's right next to the bed.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing. Like it's like this wall with the mirror on it with the brick it's hitting the bed. Like this is a tiny ass fucking room.
Oh, it's like
know?
Yeah, you have like a foot and a half, maybe 2, surrounding the bed, and then like the bathroom, and then the hallway to leave.
Yeah, you don't get much coziness out of this. This is the worst Best Western I think I've ever stayed at.
So after linking that Imgur album, he actually adds an edit that says, to add to the follow-up from the Houston Press, and he adds a link to another article about it.
The news got this.
Yeah. And then says, now I have to go and see if I can make reservations in the yacht room. And then he says, edit 2, Chronicle emailed, and I put them in touch with my friend who stayed in the room. His name isn't Max, but at this point in the story, but that isn't the point of the story. I still don't understand why these rooms aren't on the website. When all of the themed rooms are, and this is a hotel, meaning they want to rent the rooms. And then there's edit 3. This thread has been fun. I'm not much for conspiracy theories and don't really buy all the skull and bone stuff. Just wanted to know what was up with the room. Figured someone on here might know a bit.
Well, if you're just gonna give away my theories, Doug.
Well, so that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna turn it over to you right now and actually have you start talking about your the theories with the room.
Speaking of the skull and bones, guess what the main running theory is for what this room is? It's that it's like a weird fuck room.
Oh yeah,
for people that are part of the Skull and Bone Society from Yale University. So, for those that don't know, Skull and Bones is like a whole society. It was made, I think, in 1832. I believe it was when it was established. But basically, you get all these like Yale students that are part of this secret society. It's kind of like a college frat, you could say. But like all of the Bush and Bush Senior were part of it. Fucking what's his name? The guy that ran against Bush, the Democrat at the time. What's his? I don't remember. He is part
Al
of it
Gore?
as well. No, not Al Gore. The other one. I forgot his name, but he's part of it as well. Like it's a whole thing.
Okay.
But the running theory is because of all of the skulls and crossbone, imagery in there that has something to do with them. The number 322 is actually a very, very significant number with the skull and crossbones as well. If a lot of their, I guess, beliefs, you can like transfer like numbers into words. So like 322, depending on the context, can be words like lamb, or it could be the number of a demon. It could be a couple different things depending on the context. So a lot of people think, this is skull and bones. A lot of people think this is just, they come up here, they have sex with women or men. I don't fucking know. It's the Skull and Crossbones. They can do whatever they want. And the other theory to it, and this kind of adds to it being a fuck room, is that window or that mirror is a two-way mirror, meaning that someone can totally be looking at you from the other side. One user says that this might be called this might be what is called a deed room, which is apparently a room to get leverage over certain people in government.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, like, for example, if like a senator goes to have sex with like someone in this room, someone will be on the other side taping it, and now they have blackmail on this senator for like cheating on their significant other or something like that. Which it looked, honestly, if you look at the pictures, that totally looks like a fake fucking window or a fake mirror.
Did you watch the
I did not watch those.
Okay.
I did my own little research. Why? What did you find with those?
Well, so I'll let you finish because I don't want to spoil anything right now.
Okay.
But there's a good one of those videos has a good part about that mirror and actually specifically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you want to go into it a little bit, you totally can right now. Because I will say the main part of a bunch of the theories is just Skull and Crossbones related.
Yeah,
Skull and Bones related, and two-way mirror, like way to blackmail people into, getting blackmail on people by recording them doing naughty things through that mirror.
Well,
there is also. Oh, I'm sorry. But that businessman that you were talking about, the businessman. That picture. I'm gonna butcher this name, but I don't even care. His name is Jay Comaux. It's French. It's one of those French.
Yeah,
ones.
I don't.
Comeaux. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Kubo.
But he is the former Stanford Financial Group in Houston. Like, he was the president of it. And this guy, apparently he hosted a party at this hotel while it was still under construction in 2006. Wow. So the fact that his picture is in that room, that's a little sketchy if you ask me.
Maybe he's the king pervert. That's why his picture's in there.
Pervert. What a royal, like,
maybe he
dubbed the king pervert, and you get a scepter that's just a dick, and your crown is just a fucking bajingo. I that's what I need in my life right now.
Is that what you need in your life to be the king of perverts?
Yes. But there is a running conspiracy that helps with this Jay guy, because apparently Stanford Financial seems to host a bunch of events at this hotel. So there's definitely a connection between this company and him. Even the guy that runs the hotel, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, which is kind of bad, I would say. Bad detective work on my end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have it. His name is Benji Hamzi. And they've been able to link Benji to this Jay guy.
Okay.
Some have suggested that they went to the same fraternity back when they were at the Jay and Benji are from the Louisiana State University, and apparently they're a part of the same fraternity there as well. Delta Kappa Epsilon, to be exact, which is said to be a fraternity full of with a secret organization like the Skull and Bones called the Frat of Friars. So apparently to sum it up a little bit, the goal of the Friars is to resurrect DKE's Zeta Zeta chapter. I don't know what any of that really means. I couldn't really find much information on it, but
these are the hardest frat boys in town. We gotta fucking resurrect them,
boy. But people think that the name Zaza for this hotel came from Zeta Zeta. And if you look at the signatures on some of the portraits in the room, they're signed by Benny H, which might be Benji Hamzi.
Ooh.
So this Jay guy and this Benji guy could have been fucking doing all sorts of naughty business up in this hotel here. Who knows, really?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, well, actually, none of it makes sense.
No,
but
none of this really makes sense. And
it's great connection, at least.
Yeah, and I'm holding off on a little bit of information that I'll get to at the end. But Doug, I'm gonna let you talk a little bit more about. You said you something about the mirror.
Well, yeah. So in one of the videos that I was watching, it's actually the very end of the video is a guy, just a random dude that's staying in that room, and he pretty much just takes a whole ass video of being inside the room and everything. And one of the things that he does is he goes up to the mirror.
Oh, is it the touchy thing?
And he puts his finger in, like, you can see that, like, the reflection and his finger aren't touching. And now, although that's not like a 100% proof of it being a two-way mirror, like a lot of the times they say, like, a two-way mirror, like, you won't touch your reflection, whereas a normal mirror you would.
Yeah, good to look out for, especially, as shitty as this might sound. Ladies, if you're in the bathroom at a sketchy bar, check the mirrors, because there was a thing. That was a thing. I read that some bar owner got arrested because he had two-way mirrors in the girls' bathroom. So, ladies, if you're in a sketchy bar's bathroom, touch your finger to the mirror. If you're touching your reflection, you're golden. If you're not, get the fuck out of there. Call the cops or some shit, because that's some sketchy ass shit.
But on top of that whole thing, so in that room, it's like in the basement, I think, or like the lowest floor or whatever it is. If you go outside of the room and then like walk to the left of the hallway, there's a staff closet right next to the room.
Interesting.
So he was like trying to get into the staff closet, and I guess like when he went in there, there's like a room that leads up to like where that mirror would be, with a room that's just like chain padlocked.
Yeah, that's not sketchy at all.
So
something's fucky.
Yeah, it was pretty bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Unfortunately, it's kind of it when it comes to the theories. It's pretty much Skull and Bone Society stuff going on with this J guy and the owner Benji. The Fraternity of Friars is penciled in there a little bit because of the owner and that J guy. They went to the same university. And the company Stanford Financial is locked in because that J guy worked with them. It's this whole mess of, things that government conspiracy kind of deals of hidden societies and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, if you look through all the Reddit posts or comments, I should say, you're just gonna see a bunch of people talking about the same.
Yeah, I was
stuff.
gonna say they all kind of agree with each other. You don't find that on Reddit that often, where everyone's like, you know what, you're right. That usually never happens on Reddit, but today it does.
Yeah, I don't know. But that being said, there is a interview that Vice has with
a good one,
someone that works at the hotel itself.
Yeah, Kaya something, I think it is.
Yeah, it's Kyra Coots.
Yeah, Kyra Coots.
So I'll just read this out. It's kind of funny actually. But so Vice goes, the Houston Zaza claims to have pioneered themed room suites. Are you one of the first hotels in America to have them? Kyra says, the Zaza collection started in Dallas, where our first property was built 10 years ago. Our owners and president were really visionary and pioneers behind the concept suites, so when the Hotel Zaza Houston opened a few years later, they continued with the same conceptual design. Vice goes, what are some of your more popular suites? And she goes, one in Houston, we have a problem, which is a NASA theme, because Houston is home to NASA. Furniture is space age.
But my favorite thing is, like, I am 100% positive going into this interview, she knew damn well why Vice wants an interview with her.
Oh, 100%.
So they're like, what do you think is the most popular? Like, trying to lead her into saying, she's like, don't say 322.
Yeah.
Don't say 322.
The NASA
The NASA one. Never a straight answer.
But they kind of get straight to the point after this question. They're like, can you talk me through the hard times room I've heard about online? And she goes, yeah, it's actually room 322 here at the hotel. The building was built almost 100 years ago. So when Zaza came in, they wanted to use the existing structure. They didn't want to manipulate anything for design purposes. So as a result, there are a couple rooms throughout the property that are more compact. So for 322, the idea was to just take a fun, unique spin on a jailhouse experience. So it has an exposed brick wall, a bed hanging from the wall with chains. It was just a fun way to decorate a small space.
Well, I was hoping to save on the reveal, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, I didn't say anything yet. All right, but I am going to spoil it now.
Okay. This
Good.
Is,
Yeah, this is
very,
good.
This is very natural.
Very, very natural.
We didn't pause at all.
No, we definitely did not. This is natural.
I'm not eating jerky at all.
Completely natural line of progression of speaking with you people and Mike. Okay, so Vice and
How does it work?
how does the Vice? Why does the Vice in when you of the out Vice? Anyways, so Vice asks, "What about the decorations in there? I saw that there's a portrait of the president in the Stanford Financial Group on the wall, which seemed a little odd." And all they responded with was, "I need to look into it a little bit."
Yeah,
further."
she knows what the fuck is going on. You know, someone doesn't ask you about that, and you're like, I need to look into it more, don't I?
I have to do my research.
Yeah, no. You know damn well what that guy's fucking portrait's doing in there.
And then they ask, "Do you know where the paintings and photos are from? They look very different to the decorations in your other rooms." And she says, "The art is really infused throughout each of the properties in Houston and Dallas. It's part of the culture of Zaza."
Can you give her like an accent?
Zaza.
Yeah. Can you? Were you Jafar?
Yeah,
Zaza.
I'll just be very elongated.
Yeah,
The
can you
particular paintings in that room are just ones we felt most captivated the experience.
Thank
and
you.
We were going to have and go with the theme of the room.
The room.
The room.
That's all I need. That way I know who's Vice and who's not.
The theme of the room being jail. Right. That's all they said.
Right. The room for Cusco. Cusco's room. Right.
And then they go, including the two-headed woman. And she goes, "I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you. I can get back to you on that. I'd have to check with the designers."
Bullshit. She's
Right.
a liar.
The designers from... Who are they? Probably some random guys.
The
But
designer.
And then Vice goes, "Are you aware of the online discussion about this room?" And she goes, "I'm aware of the ongoing dialogue online, yes." I very feel like reading it in that voice, like she's for sure just a snooty ass person, like for sure.
I get like Cruella DeVille vibes from her. The way you read it off. Yeah, like she's got that long cigarette. She's got the pearls.
That's the vibe I was going for
I
sure.
love it. It
So-
really worked for me.
So Vice goes, "What do you make of it?" And she goes, "I definitely think that if folks have had an experience with a historic property, they might have had a hard time understanding why the room is so small in nature compared to the other larger suites. But when you see historic properties, you have a little more understanding of how the spacing is configured."
Oh,
Configured.
it sounds like the from Family Guy, the fucking long bottom.
Oh my
guy.
God.
Oh no.
Oh, that's actually really funny. All right, so Vice goes, "I think people online are more interested in why there's a portrait of the president of the Stanford Financial Group as opposed to why the room is small. Oh, I would definitely need to get back to you on that one." And then they go, "Did you hire or sell rooms to private clients? Would purchasing a room in the hotel be a possibility?" "All of the rooms are available to be booked. 322 is certainly a room that's able to be booked."
It's able to be booked, old bean.
Booked. really got to pronunciate and bust the cheeks out when you say
The
book.
bookussy.
No. Yes, the bookussy. And then Vice goes, "Really? The person online who booked the room was allegedly told that it wasn't supposed to be booked." "I think that it was just a misunderstanding and has perhaps been paraphrased incorrectly. We have guests in there right now, so we do utilize room 322. It's part of our collection of rooms, and it's not something that we shy away from." And that's pretty much the end of the whole Vice interview.
Yeah, well,
Quality, right?
I enjoy. I think the voice really added to it more than what it.
I mean,
the interview probably.
I
was.
didn't think I was going there, but we went there.
Yeah,
and here we are.
Yeah, and for like insider scoop for those of you at home, this Bookussy, this woman, this Kyra Coots, she is the president of the e-marketing branch of Zaza. So with that in mind, I think before we do any other type of like, I don't know, we know the answer, but real or fake?
Okay.
Okay, just for the people at home so they can play along before we give out any more information. We know the answer though. Okay, ready? So is this some sort of weird sex dungeon that people get blackmailed and filmed in? Or is this, like Doug mentioned, just some jail themed room? Real would be sex dungeon, fake would be jail. Try not to get the two mixed up.
Shit, which one's which?
So ready on the on go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Fake. So
Yeah.
spoilers. This is pretty much just a giant marketing ploy for Zaza.
1,000,000,000%.
Yeah, like so they totally fucking planned this whole thing. I don't know if the original poster was part of Zaza's like marketing campaign or not.
It'd be smart as hell if they were.
Yeah, but they definitely used that and went off with it because they'll be like telling people that come in like, "Oh, we want to book room 322." Oh, that room's not supposed to be available. Oh, we can't give you that room. And then, you know, like a week later, they'll post it, you know, for like $100 a night online and be like, "Oh, we're so sorry. That room's not supposed to be available. We'll get you a different room." And then that gets people chatting online like, "This fucking room's hidden to the public. What the fuck?" And then next week you notice that same room's going for $400 a night. And all of a sudden fucking anyone and their mom could fucking go stay at that hotel for the right cost.
You can't see it, but me and Mike
oil.
are flashing fake money with our hands in the sky right now.
Yeah, but much like most things on the internet, it just comes down to marketing by the company itself. And this person again is the president of e-marketing. And I 100% guarantee she had her fucking claws in on this. The fact that she's like, but what do you have fucking Jay Compala or whatever his fucking name is? I have a picture of him in the room. I'll have to check back on that one. You know damn well why you have his picture in there. It's because you're trying to set up the fucking Skull and Bones fucking society angle to get people talking about it. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, you know those designers who made the room were just like, you know what? We want to put as many references to this creepy place or this creepy secret society in here as we can.
Yeah, because they're
We're
over
literally
here.
going to call it 322.
Yeah, they're over here talking about fucking. We want to make it jail themed. Nothing about this is jail themed.
Yeah, where are the
Maybe,
bars?
Yeah, maybe the chained bed, maybe. But when was the last time you were in a prison and Jay Comal's picture is just hanging in your fucking cell?
Maybe they can't just like feasibly call it like the secret society room or some shit, or like the skull and crossbones room.
Maybe. They couldn't get away with saying that, so they had to be like, it's the hard times room. Also, if I'm on vacation, the last fucking room I want to be in as a theme is prison. Like, I don't.
It's just a fun, wholehearted room. What do you mean?
Hey, honey,
it's just the prison room.
I got a 4-day stay in the fucking concrete slab room. Like, that sounds awful.
We can have sex in front of the two-way mirror if you want.
No one's there, I think.
We're not sure, actually.
The only thing, and part of me wants it to be real. Like, I know this person went out and said, "Oh yeah, it's you know what? I'm changing my answer. I'm going real.
Okay.
I'm fucking going real." I think this person knows that it's a Skull and Bones fucking meetup fuck shack room where you can film people having sex. Go ahead, eat the jerky. It's okay.
No, you keep talking. It's fine. I'm not doing anything.
What's that sound then?
What?
Anyway. I fully think it's some like secret society like fuck room where you get like blackmail on people. It's a deed room, like that one guy said, but they can't admit that on paper, even though they basically got caught. So they're like, "Oh, look at the chains on the bed. It's a jail. Hard times at the jail room." No, I actually do think it's some like fuck shack for the Skull and Bones or even the fucking the Friars to get like blackmail on people. Or even just to meet up and have an orgy of their own and film it. Who knows? But
It's possible.
I do totally think
it's
that.
very popular now, so it's going to be hard for anyone to fall for that, I feel like.
So, in my opinion, and you would want to do this if you have like money because you're not going to get your fucking deposit back or something. Why doesn't anyone just break the mirror? Like, film it, and that'll prove like once and for all if that's a two-way. Just take a hammer to it. Yeah, and if
Who's
you're
gonna
wrong,
stop you?
If you're wrong, you're gonna have to pay a fine. Okay, but at least you put it to bed. And then if you're right, you call the goddamn police. Actually, no, fuck the police. We don't call the police. You do your own investigation. You call Batman. Batman will help out.
So what happens if you break the glass and there is like a two-way mirror or like another room, but like inside the room it's like a fucking like monster
Ooh,
or like some fucked up thing.
that'd be wild. That's like oh, what was that? What's that movie that I watched? The Grand something where it's like on the state line, and people are staying at this hotel, and they're like filming people behind the. It's basically this. Like all the rooms are like these, where it's got two-way mirrors, and some perverts fucking recording them as blackmail. I forget what it's called. It's like Murder at the Grand something. It's some.
I'm not sure actually.
It's a decent movie. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But there's something, look into it, people. It's a movie. They're on the state line, so crimes being committed in two states. So whoa.
Crime.
This is a good time for me to just bust out this real quick. What are you drinking? What are you thinking about MD? Yeah. What are we drinking? What are we thinking? Dumpless.
We are drinking Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
This has become my favorite drink.
It's delicious, and it has no right to be this delicious because it literally just tastes like, well, to me at least, it tastes like I'm drinking a Reese's cup.
Yes.
And to people who don't drink whiskey, it probably tastes like you're eating a whiskey cup that's filled with whiskey.
A whiskey cup filled with whiskey.
Yeah. So, it's great.
I fucking love it.
It doesn't really like get me fucked up or anything.
Yeah, it's
but
only 35% alcohol, but I think that's probably for the best.
Yeah, because it's dangerous. Like
Yeah.
it's not. It's,
But it's so delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, just wanted to pencil in there. So Screwball whiskey, go find it. It's very good.
It's cheaper on the cheaper side.
It is on the cheaper side, but yeah, I'm going real. I 100% think this is a blackmail room. You're going fake still?
Yeah, I think it's just marketing. I think they know what they're doing. I think
Okay.
the internet is gonna do what it does best,
thought
and it's
that-
gonna fucking blow something out of the waters. It's gonna get really popular. They probably saw an influx of sales 9 years ago.
100%. I mean, you're more than likely right, but the weirdo in me wants to think that's
Yeah.
not all there is to it. But that's
Yeah.
how all these are. Like half of these fucking like ARGs or online like things, they all end up being a fucking marketing ploy, which is sad. But that's the wild west of the internet that we live in, baby. Well, I guess on
Sad
this
but
note,
true.
I would like to say,
What do
Linktree.
you have to say, Mike?
Linktree.com/DelutiPod. That has links to everything in it. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at DelutiPod. Facebook, I think, is actually Don't Look Under the Internet. You can find us on YouTube under Don't Look Under the Internet. You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/DelutiPod. Chuck in a couple bucks if you feel we're worth it. If not, that's okay. I think, if you find any loose change in your pocket and you want to throw it at your computer monitor, we'll humbly accept that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, pretty much any social that you go to that we have will link you to all of our other socials
Yep, everything's in the bios and the descriptions.
or the header.
Or the header. We have buymeacoffee.com/DelutiPod. But let's be real, it's going to be used for booze. Check out our merch. Again, we're
Ooh, speaking of the merch, actually,
Yeah.
I just did a small overhaul on it. I didn't do the full overhaul on
saw.
it yet. I got rid of a lot of things on that website. So there are just our basic things, or our basic images that were there before on just a hoodie and a t-shirt now.
Yeah.
There's no stickers. There's no nothing. But bet your ass, within the following couple weeks,
They're gonna be gone.
They're gonna leave, and we're going to get a bunch of new stuff in. So if you want one of our classic, like if you want our actual logos that you see everywhere, right now's the time to do it, because we will not have those any longer. We're going to start using a bunch of other things. So if you want the classic logos, buy it now or forever hold your peace.
Yep, and the link to our merch site is in the link tree.
Because it's a wacky ass website.
Yep, it doesn't make
link.
much sense at all. So just go to the link tree. It's under merch. Check out our Discord too to chat with some really fun people. The Discord has been popping off pretty dang well, and the Discord is in the bios or the descriptions. It's in the link tree as well. And then if you guys could leave us some reviews on like Spotify and like iTunes and shit, that'd be dope. We're at 108 still on Spotify. We're holding strong so far. I'm very impressed.
We also really would appreciate you subbing to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The more
Don't look
I
under the
found
internet.
out, the more people that watch and actually watch the whole things on there, as opposed to like listening on Spotify or somewhere else. Like, not that we don't want you to listen in the different places, but if you listen to our whole episodes on YouTube, it will put us into the algorithm more frequently
And
and
if
to
there's
the
one
masses.
thing I want, it's in that algorithm.
Yeah. So do that, please.
Yeah, and that's really all I fucking got.
Leave
if
us
you're-
with some words of wisdom, though. You didn't
Words
give
of
us any wisdom.
Words of wisdom. If you're gonna stay, words of wisdom. Wisdom tooth. Okay, I got it. So if you're gonna stay in a hotel room, make sure it is one that is tooth themed, to where you are the tooth and the room is like the gums. So you can kind of place yourself anywhere. Oh, and when you brush your teeth, you're the tooth. So you instead of like taking a shower or something, it's just a giant toothbrush that you just kind of, against. And then that's really all I got. Kiss your aunt for me right on the forehead and be like, Jason sent me.
Oh, Jesus. I guess to combat what Mike just said, if you're going to stay in a hotel room, obviously you ask them under no circumstance do they put you in the Corbin, Kentucky room. Under
Yeah,
no
fuck that room.
circumstances.
Fuck that room.
But special request probably comes with an upcharge, the Peens and Beans rooms, and y'all already know. So
You have to put out a hefty deposit for that one.
there it gets messy in those
The
rooms.
bathtub
So
is full of Bush's baked beans.
yes, you're gonna find a lot of weird things in that room. So go request it. Make that a thing.
Yeah. Other than that, thank you everybody for listening. Golly gee Willikers, if you aren't the best.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, but also fuck you. So I guess there's that.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Don't look under the internet.